Thank you so much for staying tuned to this channel. If you just joined us, this is TMI Sunday's edition, and we are taking a look on this discussion segment, the forthcoming Edo State local government election. Youth participation, that is what we really want to talk about in this segment. I still have our comrade Victor Ogba here with me in the studio. I will appreciate you standing by, comrade. Appreciate you. I've got very close to him. He is a young, vibrant youth, a political analyst, political affairs commentator. Join me to welcome Destiny Asabo. Destiny, welcome to TMI Sunday's edition. Thank you. Appreciate your coming. Thank you. I will still have Benjamin Mayo via Zoom. He's speaking all the way from Abuja, telling us his thought and, of course, his opinion about various issues emanating from a social, political, economic standpoint in Nigeria. Mayor, it's still good to have you join us via Zoom. Appreciate your patience.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. So I want to start off with you, Destiny. Okay? The election is like fast approaching. Some are saying yes, it's beginning to gather momentum. Others are saying no, we're not really feeling it the way we ought to feel it as a body or as a political party or as a citizen in Edo State. It's just like you know, let's just do this and just like, you know, just move on. Now the youth's involvement in this election, from your own analysis, what do you feel about it, Destiny?
You know, the youth, they are vibrant people. And before now, it has been more like just some particular set of persons. This governance has just been rolling among particular set of persons, you know. So, but I think this time the youth, they have woken up to the fact that no, we won't allow this anymore because we have to take the bull by the horn. We cannot continue like this. So for us to, because of the unborn generation, our children that are yet to come, so we have to stand and fight and restore democracy. You understand? I get that's what gave birth to, that's what energized all the youth, that democracy must stand.
Democracy must stand. It shouldn't be within a particular circle.
No.
Well, Victor Ogba, you were one time a chairman of a particular political party in Edo State. I've been an advocate for youths to come out to get involved in politics. Now, from your own analysis, talking about the youth, do you think they've gone beyond clapping for some persons to take the lead and are coming out also to take the lead?
Well, we are happy with the level of youth participation in politics today. Of course, people like us will be very happy because when some of us got involved into politics, we were far younger. I'm still very young now, so if you look at when long ago, so you know how young I was. I think we have left the era. I remember when I contested for the Federal House of Rep in Bobaka Federal Constituency. I've seen people telling me that you're too young. You know, that kind of mindset as at that time. But I think we have left that era, and we now begin to participate in politics fully. We have left the stage of an onlooker to participate in politics. Yes, at a point, it was evolving. At a point, the youth started, they came to a level where they created an office for themselves, which is an office of Togri, and yes, sir. And so I think we have gradually left there. And now they now begin to see themselves that, no, instead of me being used, I think I can make a difference, you know, in Nigeria. So yes, the outcome is beautiful. I'm happy about it. But as the system really open up for the youth, for the young, when I mean you, the younger generation to come in, economically, financially, that involve political activities, they really, as he really opened up for the youths, because I know what is involved today in prosecuting an election. And when a young man who is banking on the power of the youth wants to run an election, does he have that financial backup? Because no matter how you look at it, the level the twist, the financial twist that our electionary process has taken in this country is alarming. There is no small election again in this country. Spending genuinely in electionary activity is huge. Unofficial spending in electionary is massive. If at the end of it all, something that happened to you, to your mandate, and you feel you were being oppressed during this election, and you believe you won, and they say there is a window to redress it, which is the tribunal, to seek the help of a legal practitioner, because they have a class. So there are those that they say they are tribunal lawyers, so, and actually those ones who really put themselves in that area. The cheapest we saw, some people, I have a lot of friends who contested the election that were going for tribunal. The cheapest we saw was 25 million naira for one lawyer.
25 million
naira.
Okay, all right.
Before you can even go and file your case at the tribunal for just common house of assembly, you work common for house of assembly, you must first of all deposit 1 million naira security fee, yes, to show that you are not bringing a frivolous charges. So, if the youths have thrown themselves, do they have this kind of money?
I'll come back to you on that. Talking about the financial muscle. Well, Benjamin, I believe that you've been listening to both of them, and I know you have so much to say. Bringing it down to Edo State youth participation in the local government election. Take it up from there.
Let me start by saying this. The local government election is very, at this time, very important. That it's an avenue for us to test the power of the youth, to test their capacity, their capability, and what they can do beyond being the Nigerian youth of herself. I also want you to know that the youth involvement in electioneering process in Nigeria at the moment is very, very is encouraging. It's encouraging other people, and it's also encouraging people who are already inside the politics even before the youth people came into power. That one is one. And secondly, I also want to talk about the aspect where my brother just talked about, when he talked about the financial involvement. If we follow rules and regulations, I am the convener of the Youth to Clock movement, and I have my reason why I'm doing that. If we follow the rules and regulations of election in Nigeria, electing people into the political offices and all that, there will be no need of looking for much funds like what people normally think the way it is. If you don't have that kind of fund, you will not be able to run an election. Election involves money. If you are a politician, you are involving yourself into you want to run for an office. You have to get yourself prepared financially. That one cannot be. It's not all about whether we youth have the financial muscles. If we put things the way they are supposed to be done, by not by following the rules and regulation of the electionary process, by following what the INEC guidelines. For example, me, I'm a youth. I am running for the office of the governor in 2024.
Well,
I have the funds, and I am not telling you that this cannot be done. It can be done. What I am against is that I don't want to go into bribery. Nigerian youth are capable, we are qualified, we are financially stable to do what is at stake and what is needed of us. But the thing that we want to create is that election should not be that so expensive. Should not be that so expensive that the delegate will be deciding a president, a governor, or any political offices for Nigerians. Let the qualified lead. Let the qualified take the mantle of leadership. Where we are today, we are here because we have leadership problem in Nigeria. And that leadership problem is what is bringing this country let me use the word, drawing us back to where we're coming from. Until we begin to elect people with character, with competence, with capacity, with that compassion, people with compassion, the issue of leadership problem will continue to persist and remain among us. We should not just see the truth and shy away from it. And I'm very happy that the youth, especially in Labour Party, who are going for different positions, the local government chairman and the councillors and all that.
Benjamin, this is not a platform to go campaign, please. It's not a platform to campaign. Let's be guarded, please.
Okay, I understand that. It's okay. I'm very happy that people, especially the youth, who are actually the bedrock of the development of those states, Nigeria and other countries, are involving in politics. And he encouraged me to do what is needful.
All right.
In summary, the youth have the money, but we do not have money to buy, and that is what we want to change.
Okay.
We want to change that narrative, that you have to buy delegates for you to become a candidate of a particular position. And we are changing that in this next local government election. Thank you.
I'll come back to you, Mayor. I will definitely come back to you. Now, Destiny, you heard Mayor. This is the process of campaign. If you want to campaign, go to Glasshouse Airport or you pay for your campaign and all that. Now, coming down to Edo State, some are skeptical about the election, saying it's just going to be the way it used to be. You know, the people in power will just do whatever they need to do to retain them. So why would I want to come out? What do you say about that?
It's simple. You can't be doing a particular thing the same way and be expecting a different result. I think that is what has given birth to the youth to come on board, because this mindset of changing the narrative, you understand? So if the youth believe per se that it will be the way it used to be, or it is business as usual, I think that zeal will not be there. But because we have seen it from a very different perspective, that yes, change is possible. So we have come out in marks to say we want to change the narrative. And with the way I'm seeing it, it is obvious, you know, that there is no going back. So it might take time, and we know change is something that you don't just put in and see the change almost immediately. It may take time, but if that consistency is there, I think you will get your desired result. So the issue of people being having that mindset of local government election is around the corner and it will be business as usual, I think that is gone at those days. The era of those days is not longer what
it's obtainable now.
Yes, so that is it.
All right, now Victor, you heard Mayor. He said the youth, they have the money, but they don't have the money to bribe or buy a leader. They just want to come out and do their thing. And of course, Destiny said, gone are those days whereby you tend to say some persons are in power, they are in charge, are going to bring out whatever they want to bring out to come out tops in the election. Taking it from these two angles.
Well, there are two impressions people have regarding this very local government election. First of all, people are having the mindset that Nigerians had when we were translating from military era to democratic regime. A lot of political players did not really put themselves forward because they felt that the same thing that has been happening. Military don't want to release it. You go and contest election and waste your money. You will not be declared, nothing will come out. Why am I saying it? Because since the start of this administration, we have had SEC have announced the local government election not once, not twice. And for some reason, for some flimsy reasons, excuses, they just wipe it off, postpone it, you know. So that's why people are being skeptical. Is this one still going to hold? Hope we will not, because people have even done primaries before. People have done primaries, the political party already have candidates for councillors and chairmen, and that system, that very election was just wiped out. So People are just, we will not, this one will not move to the stage of after having primary, we have started campaign. Then one announcement will not just come out and say for XYZ reason. So people are skeptical about that too, which nobody is too sure of. But it seems that it's looking as if it will hold. Then secondly too, like he said, it has been an impression in our mind, in the general mind, that local government election is like compensating some people in the ruling party. Yes, even though we have always had this impression, but that has not stopped opposition political party from contesting. Yes, people still go along, headlong.
Yes, some say contesting and winning.
Sincerely to really contest and want to win. But for all I could remember, I've never seen a local government election conducted in Edo State that you see one opposition party is chairing one local government, except, yes, I think, yes, except for
councillorship.
Yes. No, I think the last time EDO, local government, under the leadership of Harry Dagbon, who was the ANPP at that time, where PDP was in power, but we all know what he went through.
All right. I'll come back to you, Victor. But
yes.
Now, Mayor, if you are still there, now there is this notion due to the fact that the election in Edo State has been postponed some other times. People are like having doubts if this will hold. Do you think that will deter the youths from coming out in mass to exercise their franchise? It is shifted for the first time, right? And of course, this is the second time right now.
This is not the third one.
Now, this is the third one. Now, do you think that due to the shifting of the timetable of the election in Edo State is going to give rise to voters' apathy?
Anything can happen in Edo State. Like the election has been postponed several times. Postponing it for another time it cannot be ruled out. All I just want to say to the youth out there who are hoping to partake in the next local government election is that they should continue to do what they're doing. They continue to clamor for that change that we are all yearning for. It is possible. There is nothing that is not impossible. It has to do with our mind and how far can we think and how far can we envisage for ourselves. So, until the last call is made to say, okay, we are holding the election and we are not holding, I will urge all candidates to continue to do their campaigns at the rural level, at the grassroots level, to talk to the people who are actually the electorate, to canvass and to gain their support, so that at the end of the day they will have the opportunity of coming into office and making that difference that we all have been yearning for. It is not a thing that is not possible, that it cannot be ruled out, that it cannot be postponed. It can be postponed, but the way it is right now, people have invested their money in campaigning and all that, so people shouldn't don't mind me cheating here.
All right. So go ahead. It's like we'll give you 1 or 2 minutes to clear your area, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me round up.
Yeah.
Let me round up. I also want to let the state government know, the state government of Edo State, that postponing the election will hamper the idea of the election is going to be free and fair. I am of the opinion that they should allow the election to hold, no matter what happened, whether for some security reasons and all that, they should allow the election to hold. Because if they don't, all these candidates who are vying for different political offices, from councillors and from governorship in different political parties, they have put in their finances, they have involved their money in this process. So they cannot get that money back. So I will advise that they should allow it to stay on and let the election continue. Thank you and God bless you.
All right. Well, Destiny, you heard him advocating the Edo State government to say, please, election should continue. Now, how do you think a youth will really withstand the pressure? Or you get to hear you have to wet the ground before you start talking. Talking about the money aspect of it, like what Mayo said, they say we don't have money to bribe, but we know we have the money, but not to bribe or buy leaders or do that. But from the citizens themselves, from the electorate themselves, keep asking for money from these candidates. How do you think the youth can cope with the pressure?
The truth is, it is so discouraging that even let me go, for instance, the local government election per se. A local government election is a grassroots election. And every councillors that are contesting definitely will start from their ward. And you cannot tell me that in various wards there should be a leader or somebody who is up and doing financially. You understand? And to me, I don't see what stops you from rendering that assistance, knowing that this person is a youth with a bright future who is fighting or advocating for the generations yet unborn. You understand? But because of the greed in our system, you see even those that already have this finance per se, they even want more. They want to get from even you that don't have. You understand? They want to collect from you to add to that of theirs. Instead of them to support you, they will find a way of making you. You understand? So it is not encouraging. You understand? So it is painful that our leaders, most of our leaders, they are not sincere. I can cite Eastern, for example. I am from Ego. I am from Ego, Ward 4 particularly. And there is this leader there, I wouldn't want to mention him. There's this leader there who's everybody sees that this person is good, as in terms of finance and all that. But the reputation is not there. Like, what we expect is, okay, since we have tested you and we know that you are good to go, you can do this, you can deliver for us and all of those stuff, okay, we will sponsor you. But you will see these same persons, the little one you have, they will want to collect it from you and add to their own. So is that an encouragement for you as a youth? It is not. But that will not also push us away from the system. Because I have this, I'm always optimistic in my spirit that whatever will be, will be. We have seen cases where people spend money for an election, bribing citizens to vote for them and all that. The citizens will quietly collect the money and they will still give their vote
to who they want to vote for.
You understand? So that is to say, when we are talking about the financial aspect, we know it involves money. It is capital intensive. But with the little one you have, you use it, you manage it the little way you can manage it. Because if you decide to play along, trying to please anybody, trying to go and bribe any leader and all of those stuff, tomorrow that leader will be the person to dictate for you what to do and what not to do. And that is the system we are trying to pack at.
All right. Now, how would you encourage Edo citizens to come out en masse to vote? Because like what you agreed to, the mindset is there. We have someone already there. It's going to be 18/18. Victor Oba, take it up from there.
Yes, like rightly said, this mindset have always been there. It's not today. But despite that, there's a way you, who is vying, who is contesting, there's a way you galvanize your people. There's a way you galvanize your people, and they will come out and vote for you. They have always been coming out. We've heard, even when we hear that things like this happen, we still hear people come out to allege. You permit me to mention Honorable John Yakubu.
Okay.
He alleged.
Okay, he alleged, okay?
Yeah. He alleged that I won, even when the election was ongoing, I'm hearing that they are announcing results somewhere. So that shows that people actually came out. You know, so Nigerians actually, you know, they believe in a cause, they pursue it. Even in a divided mind, they pursue it to the logical conclusion. Then whatever that wants to happen, well, and I'll still encourage them to go in the same mind. But I'll still go back to the issue of finance we was talking about. So when we say money is involved in politics, it doesn't really mean that it's all about bribe, illegal spending. No. By the grace of God, I have chaired a political party. I have prosecuted election. I have contested election. I have even acted as a DG to an election. So I know what it takes. If you want to, like my brother Benjamin said he was running for governorship.
No, not for anybody.
Sorry. Like somebody said he wants to run for governorship.
Yes.
Now, and you feel that, oh, let the people use their mind. They will use their mind. The lowest money you can pay a party agent who will secure your vote for you. It's not that salary to pay, say, money will reach you. At least he's going to be there from morning till evening. He will buy food, he will buy water, he will buy water, so that he doesn't live there. At least 5,000 naira. If you put that together, it's running into hundreds of millions. Of course, that is not bribing. You are going to campaign. You are going to move your people from one place to another. That is logistic. It's not small money. You are going to do publicity. People, because you are talking to the mass. So the bane of your pursuit right now is communication. And communication is not cheap. This studio cannot set up all these very expensive gadgets with the cost of diesel running everywhere. And you say you should come and do Father Christmas for you. It's not possible. They're going to print flyers and posters. First of all, it will cost you to print these things. Of course, it will cost people to paste it for you. I don't know if you understand.
Very well.
Even the people you are moving from one point to another point, because you cannot walk in alone. You must move with an impression that you have people around you. You have people around you. So I'm coming to tell you to join this mass you are saying. So that's alone. These people, they will drink water. They will drink Coke. Because they're going to move with you from one point to another point.
And that is money.
That's money. Legitimately.
All right.
You are going to buy form from your political party. Of course, the political parties does not get money, does not get subvention from anywhere.
From anywhere. Okay.
And the secretariat must run.
Okay.
So in part of running your secretariat, that form you want to come and pick, it was produced by money. And you pick it.
TMI, every opinion counts.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. We are the end of today's edition of This Morning on ITV. We're taking a look at the EDO state local government election, youth participation, and all that has to do with electioneering. And I have Destiny Asabo and Victor Ogba. For the Zoom connection, we lost connection, so I don't think they'll be joining us again so soon because we are about calling it a wrap on the show. Destiny, this mentality of they've said it, you need to say a tiny, right? I mean, what do you have to say about it? Because that is what some persons have at the back of their mind.
I stand to totally condemn it. Because gone are those days, like I said before. We the youth, we have decided to take the bull by the horn. And it has been from a very long time where we have been told we are the youth of, we are the leaders of tomorrow, sorry. And up to date, I don't think that's
tomorrow has come.
That's tomorrow has come. So I want to quickly advise every one of us out there, the youth per se, let's put aside that mindset of attire, or it's going to be written, it's going to be 18/18, whatever acronym they may use. Let's put it aside. Let's come out in mass and vote. Because only together, we are clamoring for change. This change will not just come meet us. We have to fight for it. So we have to keep pressing for it, not until we get the change that we are clamoring for. So I want to urge every one of us there that we should put aside this mindset of attire or whatever. Let's come out in mass. Let's play our own part. Let's play our role by coming out in mass and cast our vote. Vote for your conscience. Let's forget about I think that's just a threat or a way of trying to destabilize your mindset, your mind, you know. So let's just go out on that day of election. I think come September 2nd, 2023, come out with your PVC, go to your polling unit, go and cast your vote. So, because if you come out in mass, it becomes difficult. But if you decide to sit back and say, the way that they do them before, and so they go do them, then you make it so easy for them to try and play pranks or do whatever they want to do with the result. So it is your mandate which you must stand to defend. And you cannot do that by sitting down indoor. You have to come out. So wherever you are, come September 2nd, let's come out in mass and cast our votes.
All right. Thank you so much, Destiny. Victor, your last line.
Yes, for me, I will direct my plea to the EDSEC that EDSEC should play their part as an unbiased body and ensure that people's vote counts. Give to them what they have given to you. And for the people, yes, we know that the cost of running an election is very expensive. Don't just only support the candidates you preferred by mouth or just to come out and vote. If you have what it takes to do a billboard for the candidate you prefer in your area, donate it for him. If you want what it takes to do poster for a candidate you prefer within your neighborhood, go ahead and do it for him. Look for one way or the other to support a candidate you believe in. Thank you.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. We're pressed for time. We have to call it a wrap on this show. Well, you've heard them. The attire syndrome, that is, they've said it, or they've spoken, what have been written, gone past that stage. Okay, come out, vote for your candidate. The more you come out to vote, the more difficult it is for anyone to manipulate the result. That is just a simple truth. So believe particular candidates, support that person financially. You know, even with your presence, it matters a lot. If you want change, you have to work to achieve that change. You don't just sit back, relax, and say whatever they've said is going to happen. You don't just start playing football the day of election and say your candidate will win. How's it going to happen? We're not there to vote. For that, they sacrifice football, sacrifice market. Go out there, stand by your candidates, vote so that we will get better in our democracy. And those states definitely must move forward. And if you want to move forward positively, it has to start from the grassroots, which is the local government. So please, come out on that day to exercise your franchise. Gentlemen, thank you once more. I appreciate a wonderful analysis. All right, the first and second discussion segment, the opinions of our guests is entirely theirs. It has nothing to do with ITV, but we'll make sure that it follows our regulations governing the airwaves. We'll do it again next week, Sunday, God willing. Bye for now.